this theory with the rich man replaced by the white man.
Westerners and white people being so evil. Why is it so popular?
I think that a lot of rich people don't like their father. There is a lot of dislike for our society among people who are pretty near the leadership class.
I think the people who teach these myths mean well. They want minorities to feel included. But
Photographer John Everingham has lived in Southeast Asia for over 20 years. He was one of the very few outsiders who dared to look for and photograph the secret army for himself.
They all wore American supplied uniforms. And the villagers very innocently and very openly told me, oh, they took it to Longcheng. And I asked them how they took it.
Horrific and oppressive. It took root in the universities. It took root amongst the highest offices of government. Calvin Coolidge, for instance, Republican president, believed that, and even stated his belief that a lot of social problems were associated with inferior races. We see ultimately this philosophy is going to play an important role in shaping immigration policy after the passage of
also teach that America's sins were not unique. That just about every society had slavery, cruel wars, environmental destruction. The seldom taught good news is that in the last century, the West led the world in making things.
They said, oh, well, they took it on the helicopters as everything else that went to and from Longcheng went by helicopter, and so did the opium.
And whose helicopters were they?
Well, they were the Air America helicopters, which were on contract to the CIA.
We did not go down to the embassy and be privy to their secret.
the Immigration Act of 1924, which essentially creates a national quota system that favors immigrants based on their ethnicity and based on their nationality.
It's better.
The Geneva Convention saying that you can't abuse prisoners of war who tried to kill you, the last of those was signed in, I believe, 1949.
Most of the world is getting better, and the much maligned capitalist countries now are largely responsible for lifting people out of poverty and protecting the environment. They ought to teach.
Secret briefings or anything else, we flew the airplanes. If they put something on the airplane and told you not to look at it, you didn't look at it because you'd no longer be employed.
I know as a fact that
one fact that is important to understand about
some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country.
Americans are taught that the people who once lived in what we now call America were stewards of the environment. They had
an ancient respect and connection to the land and water.
Disney movies.
Soon after the army was formed, the military officers soon got control of the opium trade. It helped not only them make a lot of money and become good, loyal officers to the CIA, but it helped the villagers. The villagers needed their opium carried out and
movement is that it was created and funded by the corporate elites that ruled America coming into the 20th century. It was the Rockefellers, the Harrimans, the Kellogg family of the cereal. They funded these.
Every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name.
No, I don't think Native American hunters gave names to every rabbit in the woods around them. No, that's not a real thing that happened.
Political.
Overland in a war situation was much more dangerous and more difficult, and the officers were obviously paying a good price because the villagers were very eager to sell to the military people.
That's hogwash. No way, and as far as the agency, ever advocating.
Research programs at universities, all of it created, funded by these corporate families. The Rockefellers, in particular, played a particularly devious role. As the eugenics movement developed, it
new book is Lies My Liberal Teacher Told Me.
We've gone into almost this cult-like romanticization of the natives who were great warriors and poets, I mean, who hunted buffalo by driving.
That is, do you think that I would be in an organization where I've devoted my life to my country, involved in an operation like that without blowing the whistle? Absolutely not.
God be with us until we meet again.
went in a really horrible direction.
Haben gegen dieses Gesetz der natürlichen Auslese in den letzten Jahrzehnten furchtbar gesündigt. Wir haben unwertes Leben nicht nur erhalten, wir haben ihm auch Vermehrung gewährt. Die Nachkommen dieser Kranken sahen so aus.
Yet government guides for teachers say Native Americans lived in harmony with nature. There was love of every form of life. They didn't kill anything they couldn't use.
That's just objectively untrue. I mean, that would mean no young male warrior, no brave ever killed for sport. I mean, we just know that's false.
I heard that. I believed it.
Well, I believed it too because I was 8.
By your counsel's guide uphold us, with your own, securely fold us. God be with us till we meet again.
For veterans like General Adderholt and General Secord, the war in Laos is now commemorated at nostalgic.
Kill anything they couldn't use.
That's just objectively untrue. I mean, that would mean no young male warrior, no brave ever killed for sport. I mean, we just know that's false.
I heard that. I believed it.
Well, I believed it too because I was 8.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it. Write for Pollution Booklet, Box 1771, Radio City Station, New York.
Very